What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is discussing shotgun aim in Fortnite, specifically how you can improve your shotgun aim fast in Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2 and in future seasons as well. If you do go on to enjoy this video, then be sure to drop a like on it and consider subscribing as well if you want to see more content just like this in the future. And before we get into today's video, I want to take a minute to talk about our sponsor, which is Mega Nova. If you haven't heard of it before, Mega Nova is an app for both iOS and Android, and the goal of Mega Nova is basically to help you warm up, stay clear-headed and focused while you play, and to improve your overall performance as a result. Mega Nova Season 1 was recently released and has 5 modes. These include Warm Up, Come Back from a Loss, Reduce Gaming Anxiety, Get Stronger, and Pro Mode. As their titles imply, these modes all serve different purposes and can be used at the start of your gameplay, which is specifically the case with the warm-up mode, or they can also be used throughout your session, like when you're between games, you're looking for a quick break. Most modes take 5 minutes or less, which makes it super easy to do them in between games. One thing that I especially love about Mega Nova is the health and longevity focus of it, as the app gives you a ton of exercises and techniques you can do to avoid any injuries, as hand and wrist injuries are super common in gaming. And these exercises really help to physically warm you up as well and get the right muscles firing off, which obviously helps your mechanics a ton. Overall, Mega Nova is a fantastic app for warming up, keeping a good mentality, and staying healthy. So if you'd like to check it out and start up a free trial, grab your phone and scan the QR code on screen right now, or you can also head to the description and the link should be right near the top. And lastly, guys, Mega Nova was also kind enough to sponsor a giveaway on today's video. So all you have to do to enter is basically just comment something with the word Nova, and in a couple of weeks I'll pick 5 people who commented that, and each of those 5 people is going to receive 1,000 V-Bucks or the battle pass. It's completely free to enter. It literally takes like no work on your part. It's literally just a comment, so be sure to drop that comment if you're interested. With that said though, thank you Mega Nova for sponsoring this video, and without further ado, let's get into it. So with that said, guys, in this video my main focus is just going to be going through various practice methods and showing you guys what the fastest and most effective ways are to improve your shotgun aim. And getting into our first method, and one that's super effective, we're going to be talking about aim duels. At this point in time, aim duels are a pretty common one, but they still do remain one of the best ways to improve your shotgun aim in Fortnite. I won't go too crazy in depth with aim duels, since I do assume most of you are at least somewhat familiar with them by this point, but the basic premise of aim duels is that you and an opponent are put into one area together. Usually that's going to be a small confined space like a box, and you basically just shoot at each other until one of you dies. It's pretty simple. And in this process, you both get a ton of health, usually between 2,000 and 10,000. That way you can keep shooting and train your aim that way. The map that I personally recommend for aim duels is definitely going to be Raiders 1v1 Aim Trainer, and this is one that I've recommended for a long time. When you look specifically at shotguns in Raiders map, all of the scenarios that primarily focus on shotguns are going to be centered toward the middle of the lobby. These scenarios all use the striker shotgun, and there are also some classic scenarios just to the right, and within those scenarios you can actually choose between the auto shotgun, the heavy shotgun, the striker, and the combat. Overall, guys, Raiders map is super useful when it comes to shotgun aim, and this is definitely going to be one of my top recommendations if you're trying to work on that. So if you want to give Raiders 1v1 aim map a shot, the code is going to be up on screen right now. The next map I want to cover when it comes to shotgun aim is actually another Raider 464 map, and this one is Raiders aim training map. Now this map has been out for a few months now, but I definitely find it to be one of the most diverse shotgun maps, so it definitely is one that I recommend you guys give a shot. When you enter this map, you're going to notice that there are quite a few scenarios, but obviously since we're talking about shotgun aim, the main focus is going to be on that. So as of the time I'm making this video, there are 19 different scenarios in this map, and 10 of those can involve shotguns. All you have to essentially do is pick a scenario that has the word shotgun under the title in pink and do that. All the shotgun scenarios in this map are solid, but one thing I want to add as well is that on the far left hand side in the lobby are all the aim duel scenarios. These are similar to the ones in Raiders 1v1 Aim Trainer, except instead of having another player, these actually have bots that move around and behave somewhat like real players. Now obviously they're AI, so they're going to be a bit less versatile than a human being will be, but they're pretty solid regardless. Overall though, this map is absolutely fantastic for shotgun aim, and if you do pair the shotgun scenarios here with the ones in Raiders aim duel map, they should make a massive difference in your aim. So if you're interested, I'll go ahead and throw up the code on screen right now for this map. On to our next practice method for your shotgun aim though, and this one is going to be a little bit different, as it's not exactly a traditional aim training map, but rather a way to train your aim in realistic scenarios, and this is going to be done using a realistic PvP map by Panville. In this map, you're able to jump into matchmaking and enter a group of 16 people, so the idea here is basically to do that and to go through each fight like normal, except that instead of just shooting whenever you feel like it, you're going to want to emphasize hitting every shotgun shot and really try to be accurate. This mindfulness when you shoot your shotgun is a super useful habit to have, and it'll really help you take the skills that you built in the mechanical aim maps like the ones we've already discussed and apply those against real players. And since it's an actual fighting map, you will be getting some general fighting practice alongside practicing your shotgun aim, which is of course very helpful. So with that said, guys, if you want to jump in and give give this strategy a shot, I'll go ahead and put up the code to Panvil's map right now. With that said, guys, getting into the last section of today's video, and this is going to be specifically geared towards all my PC players out there, and this section is going to be about external aim trainers. If you don't know yet, external aim trainers are basically any aim training scenarios or apps that aren't actually in Fortnite. The most common ones to my knowledge are Kovacs and Aim Beast, which are the two that I typically recommend most, as well as a couple of others that are around. When it comes to which exact scenarios to do in order to improve your shotgun aim, both apps have numerous scenarios that can help out. When it comes to shotgun aim, any scenario that involves any sort of like click timing or flicks or anything like that should have significant carryover to shotgun aim. So in Kovacs, a couple of those scenarios might include tile frenzy variations, one wall 5 targets pasu, close fast strafe shotgun, and micro shot speed. There are plenty of others, but those ones should have you off to a really good start. When it comes to Aim Beast, I typically recommend that you use the routines that are specifically designed to Fortnite, which you can easily access, but there are also plenty of shotgun scenarios that you can access either through those routines or through the specific scenarios that are designed to improve your click timing. And on the primary scenario list, aka the big one that like shows up when you start the game, you've also got a ton of different shotgun scenarios on there as well. So overall, whether you prefer Kovacs or Aim Beast as an external aim trainer, both of them should have more than what you need when it comes to improving your shotgun aim. But with all that said, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on how to improve your shotgun aim in Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2 and future seasons. And before we bring this video to an end, I wanted to tell you all that I know I've been slacking a little bit lately when it comes to upload frequency. By slacking a little bit, I mean like 1 or 2 videos this entire month, so obviously I've been kind of slacking. I've had a lot of stuff going on that's made it really difficult to upload consistently. I won't get into some rant about like everything that's going on in my life, but the schedule should be back on track within the coming weeks. Thank you all for your support, obviously, and I hope I can continue to help everyone out. With that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on it and consider subscribing as well if you want to see more content just like this in the future. As well as that, guys, if you want to help your boy out a bit extra, then consider using code TECHO in the Fortnite item shop, as it's 100% free and it really does help me out a ton. And lastly, guys, if you want to start leveling up your gameplay, I strongly recommend that you check out Mega Nova, which you can find with the QR code on screen right now, or you can also find it linked near the top of the description. But with that said, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.